As we saw in the previous chapter, Kuei Lang surrendered in the arena before even putting up a fight. The entire crowd was left in shock, unsure of the reason behind his actions. Now, as Kuei Lang stepped down from the stage, he made his way toward Zhuo Yifan. The tension was thick in the air, the silence heavy with unanswered questions. Then, leaning in close, Kuei Lang whispered something in Zhuo Yifan's ear. A smirk played across Zhuo Yifan's lips as realization dawned on him. Oh, so that's why, he mused, his tone carrying a hint of amusement. With a wave of his hand, he dismissed the matter. You're excused. Now that this is behind us, no one is to speak of it again. And that includes spreading any rumors back at the sect. Kuei Lang immediately cupped his hands in gratitude. Thank you, Steward Zhuo. However, the rest of the demon-scheming sect's disciples were more confused than ever. Kuei Gang, unable to contain himself, stepped forward and asked, Father, what happened? What could possibly make you step down without a fight? Kuei Lang hesitated for a moment before replying. Even if you were up there, you would have done the same. Before Kuei Gang could push the matter further, Zhuo Yifan's sharp gaze landed on him as he pulled out the sect's token. His voice was firm. What did I just say? Do you not understand? Kuei Gang immediately bowed his head in submission. I'm sorry, Steward Zhuo. The moment of mystery lingered, but there was no time to dwell on it. The judge's voice rang out through the arena. Mystical Heaven Sect has 8 points. Demon Scheming Sect has 4. This round goes to the Mystical Heaven Sect. A collective gasp spread through the crowd. No one had expected such an outcome. Against all odds, the weaker Mystical Heaven Sect had managed to outmaneuver the Demon Scheming Sect. Their formation technique had been impressive, but surely it wasn't enough to turn the tide of battle so drastically. And yet, here they were, victorious. The judge continued. Next is the team battles, which will be conducted in another area. But before he could finish, Elder Yin stepped forward with a sly smile and bowed. Ha ha ha. Elder, we, the Mystical Heaven Sect, forfeit this round. Zhuo Yifan's brow twitched as he glanced over at Elder Yun. This old fox. Elder Yun's move was cunning. Knowing that his disciples had already secured victory in the singles round, he had sacrificed them for points, only to turn things around in the end. Now, with their numbers significantly reduced, engaging in a full-scale battle would be pointless. Instead of risking defeat, he simply withdrew. A bold yet calculated move. Zhuo Yifan couldn't help but compare him to the many fools who blindly charged ahead, stumbling over their problems rather than solving them. Meanwhile, Fiend Yang was anything but pleased. His face was red with rage as he stomped around, cursing. Hey, old Yun, now that you've caught us off guard, you're just running away? Do you think it's that easy? You played us well in the singles round, but if you have the guts, face us in a real fight. His blustering went ignored as Zhuo Yifan shook his head and turned away, leading the demon scheming sect's disciples toward their lodgings. The others followed suit, leaving Fiend Yang shouting at the empty air. By the time he snapped out of his fury, his eyes widened in panic. Wait, why didn't you all wait for me? I'm still your venerable. And with that, the lower 3-sect stage came to a close. Mystical Heaven Sect had won the singles round, while the Demon Scheming Sect had claimed victory in the team battles. But ultimately, it was Mystical Heaven Sect that came out on top. Yet, the true warriors in the audience knew the truth. Mystical Heaven Sect hadn't won through sheer power. They had twisted the rules to their advantage, using schemes and strategies to scrape by against the fearsome Demon Scheming Sect. As the competition ended, a voice rang out, filled with amusement. Zhuo Yifan, the best in Tianyu? Huh? You should be fighting in the middle 3-sect stage. Ha ha ha. When Tao smirked, turning to his companion. Right, Tianchang? But as he turned to address his friend, he frowned. Where is he? Meanwhile, Zhuo Yifan took the Demon Scheming Sect's disciples to their lodgings. They were all in a foul mood after today's fights. Lucia spoke. Toe's girls were saved by the judge. I'll tell you, if we fight again, I'll break their formation. Lucia justified himself to Qi Changlong and Bai Lian. Bam! Following the loud crack, Lucia's face kissed the pavement with a crunch. He returned from the hard touch of the ground with blood running down his lips. The others jerked, looking back to see Zhuo Yifan's angry face glaring at Lucia. Boy, I have had it with you. Zhuo Yifan was fuming now. Even the venerables looked shaken up. With a heavy step, dark energies swirled around Zhuo Yifan as he made his way to Lucia. His eyes flashed with bloodthirst. Lucia froze, shaking all over. Steward Zhuo, what's the meaning of this? I haven't done anything wrong. The rest were tense, but not enough to make them talk. PFF. Zhuo Yifan got next to Lu Xie and clutched his throat, lifting him off the ground. The overwhelming aura made breathing hard as he demanded, "Where is the antidote?" Antidote? Lu Xie's brow shook with understanding. Zhuo Yifan still cares about that broad. He used to think Zhuo Yifan's cold front implied he did not give a damn about that woman, but he was holding it in to settle the accounts now. Lu Xie's heart was filled with indignity as he croaked, "Steward Zhuo, you can't do this to me. I have given my all for the sect. You didn't punish someone that forfeited, but you go after me for harming some woman? Where's the fairness in that?" Zhuo Yifan, Lu Xie had fought hard just now. "I understand you want the antidote, but you can't just demand it like this." Fiend Yang found an excellent excuse to try and talk some sense into him. Zhuo Yifan snorted, "This is my business. Any that interferes will be severely punished. I will be the judge here about what is excessive or not. You have no say in this. Don't think for a second Venerable Sure can protect you. You have always gone against me all the way here. Ignorant fool, hand over the antidote now, or else." There isn't one." Lu Xie's brow trembled, feeling the power in Zhuo Yifan's grip. "My poison isn't deadly. She will suffer for 49 days, and that's it." The judge had given his verdict, so I didn't dare kill anyone. I'm also afraid Double Dragon Manor will interfere. Otherwise, the other side's elders would have also asked for the antidote, don't you think? Zhuo Yifan's eye twitched, and his heart filled with rage. His body was flooded with a raging power current as the black energy roamed all over Lu Xie before entering his body. Lu Xie felt like a tight black net robbed him of all movements as it ate away at his body. He had never felt such danger before, sweating buckets in fear. Zhuo Yifan was going to kill him over some woman. "I will count to 3, Zhuo Yifan murmured, his voice eerily calm. "Give me the antidote." 1. The darkness around Lu Xie constricted, coiling tighter like a noose. "Zhuo Yifan, he just said there isn't one." Fiend Yang attempted, his voice barely masking his unease. "The poison isn't fatal, and this is still the Double Dragon gathering. Killing him will." 2. Lu Xie's breath came in ragged gasps. His mind scrambled for an escape, but there was none. The Venerables exchanged anxious glances, yet none dared to intervene. "Zhuo Yifan, stop," someone finally called. But it was too late. 3. Just as the final word left his lips, Lu Xie broke. Wait. I have it. The antidote." With a desperate flick of his wrist, a small vial shimmered into existence, his trembling fingers clutching it for dear life. And with that, Lu Xie had no choice but to surrender. Zhuo Yifan's wrath was absolute, and no amount of excuses could save him from the terrifying grip of the Magic Emperor Steward. The Double Dragon gathering is far from over, and the real battle is only beginning. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Pages with Sidra. Let me know your thoughts on Zhuo Yifan's actions in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where the stakes only get higher. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.